Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Phoenix Focus Podcast, a podcast dedicated to the IAE. Today, we have our new co-host, Sonia George. She's going to be in future episodes from now on. Today, we're going to be talking about IAE's Drama Club. We have two people from the play of Book of Will that's coming up in a few weeks here. Sonia?
So we are here to be interviewing our cast and crew member, Carlos, who's one of our actors, and Lula, who's our stage manager for the play. So what's the play, The Book of Will, about? What part of the performance do you take part in?
I think I can answer this one. So I am one of the male co-leads, Henry Condell, and this play is about a group of people, which is the King's Men, which was Shakespeare's acting troupe, as well as their wives and some other helpers that work with recollecting the works of Shakespeare. Because at that time, they didn't have the full works assembled. They just had, each actor has their own parts, and they need to reassemble that and find all the sides and work with these other pirated versions, which are really bad, and make their own version and republish that. And that's the main conflict of the play, and it goes through the character's development as well as the changes in a lot of the characters that are highly significant, as me and my other co-lead, John Hemmings, tend to contrast against each other in how we should do this and if we should do this. And that kind of covers our journey as well as those around us with that.
So, a question for you guys is, what does this play cover? For example, in your previous plays, you had comedy and other elements in your plays. What is this play gonna be more sort of?
I think I got this one. So I think this play is more so focused upon humor, and I think it's a dramatic comedy, so a dramedy, and so it's really funny at points, and then it's also really kind of sad and emotional, and just focusing on the lives of the people of the crew and cast of Shakespeare's plays. So I think it's more so a dramatic comedy.
That's cool. So how would you say that the play affected your work-life balance? Because most days you guys usually rehearse until 6 p.m., but during Tech Week it's usually until 9 p.m. So how do you deal with this in your daily life?
I can take this. For me, honestly, when it's something you love doing, it doesn't affect me that much, especially at the time that we're doing this, other than obviously applying for college. It's not too much of a hassle with balancing a lot of the things, and I think since I feel very strongly about the things that I do, that I don't find it too difficult to fit them all into my schedule because I think they're worth doing. You want to add?
Oh yeah, that's I agree with that. It is a little bit time consuming, but when it's something you love, it's something that you want to be at rather than at home doing homework.
Well, I agree. That's something really important here at the IA, especially with all the workload you have. You need to do something you like, or else you're gonna real quick burn out. So why do you guys like being part of the play? You said it doesn't affect you because you like it so much. What do you get out of it?
For me personally, it's almost a little bit cathartic to express my emotions on the stage. And I think there's some type of satisfaction when you finally put it all together and you feel like you're having an impact and you're making people laugh. And it's wow, this is what I do it for. When you're on stage in those first few days and you're blocking and the director's telling you, oh, you got to go here, you got to go here. You're wow, this is a bore. But then you get to finally putting it all together. First with your development rehearsals, it's oh wow, I can experiment with this and this and this, and you get to try so many new things. And when you're completely memorized, it's super nice because then you get to really get out there, get both your hands into it, and it's so much of a fun time experimenting with how you can implement these emotions and how you can best have an impact on the people that are listening and watching you. So that kind of satisfaction and that being able to express emotions is a lot of the draw for theater for me and acting in general, that is.
I agree. Sorry, 100% with Carlos.
So usually Troy High and Athens seem to have more budget for theater. So do you think that this ever limited drama club from producing an amazing play from how limited that we have?
Yeah, I could add to that. So I think that it is really nice to have a bigger budget, but even though we don't have that, I feel we still do work on producing quality plays. Even though having a bigger budget, it would help us create a cooler effect and nicer sets. But I think what we're doing with what we do have, I think it's still very effective and nice.
if I could also add, I don't think that having less of a budget hinders us. I think having less of a budget actually creates a better community because we have to work harder to do the things that we do and manage our stuff, things that the way that we do. And honestly, it's not like the budget is too tight. We're not like, oh, we got like $50 to spend on this play, because we got to obviously pay for licensing and stuff, and that's its own thing. And then a lot of the stuff, once you get it, is you can reuse it over and over and over. So the stuff that you get in drama, like from one play from when we started, can be reused in a lot of stuff. Like a lot of the furniture pieces that we're using for this play, such as the platforms, we took from our previous play, The Diary of Anne Frank. So, and yeah, I think that's a very meaningful thing, is that we get to have this tighter community because we don't have to, or like we're not able to go out and get huge stuff. So we got to really put in the effort ourselves.
So you guys build your own place and like your own sets. Who helps you do all that?
Mr. Garza mostly helps us do all of that. Sometimes also Miss Shalakowski helps in, and definitely Miss Russell, but she is mostly like with the acting. But Mr. Garza definitely helps guide and lead the crew with like, oh, what is it going to look like? And like, how many things do we need? And everything like that.
Mr. Garza is great.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Garza is absolutely wonderful with everything he does for the drama club. Like, I don't think most of these plays would be possible without him, because he also trains the crew and stuff. And as for like putting this stuff together, I think, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think the sets are Miss Russell's idea, and then I believe Mr. Garza is kind of like the person that executes it. Him and then his crew, which are also wonderful because we couldn't do this without them. And even in previous plays, the cast also sometimes helps.
So if you want to send out a message to someone out there right now, someone who has interest in joining drama club, what would you say to them?
I got you. And then if you want, you can add. I think that drama club is a really, really fun, great opportunity. When I first started, it was my freshman year, so 2 years ago, and I wasn't sure. I was really on edge, but I just came to the audition day, and you don't have to be prepared or anything. You can just come, and Miss Russell is really great. Like, she'll lead you through like a little exercise, and then our seniors are also really great. Like, they'll help you with like oh, hey, like I think it should sound like this. Can you help me critique how this is gonna sound? And she always loves like new faces, so definitely just come to audition day. It's really chill, and it's really, really fun, I swear. So yeah.
Do you have any more questions?
Could I add on to that last
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, joining drama club was kind of just on a whim. Like, I just saw that there were auditions, and I was like, oh, that could be cool. I had a little bit of fun in the acting stuff we did in our classes last year, so I might as well show up. And I showed up, and it was the same first play as Lula did, because I joined in my sophomore year. So that was a Midsummer Night's Dream, and I actually ended up being cast as Lysander, which, for people that know about Midsummer Night's Dream, it's actually a pretty decently large role that I was very happy with, and that really got me into theater and got me into knowing a lot of the people that are involved in theater. And since then, I've seen a ton of plays. I've participated in, this is my 5th play now, and I couldn't be happier that I joined it. So it has brought me all this opportunity and has brought me so much fun and joy, and I've met so many new and amazing people from it. So really, if you're interested in it, do it, even if you're hesitant.
So when you're considering that this entire drama club is really fun, and in terms of like helping people improve their confidence and improve their self-esteem when on the stage, how do you think that theater adds to school spirit or campus life?
I think that theater, all in all, is a really great community. It really helped me when I was first settling into IA, as a freshman, and I didn't really talk to so many people. But then there was this like whole community of like different like grades, in which, hey, these people are so cool and we're interested in the same things. So I think that it really helps like you foster that community immediately, and if you want to like branch out to see new people.
Yeah, and for people not directly involved in theater, I think last year for our production, The Diary of Anne Frank, we had people that came because it was an extra credit opportunity for their history classes. And those people who were not previously interested in theater, I found some of them were heavily emotionally impacted by the play, almost or to the point of tears. And I thought that it was incredibly meaningful that these people got to experience this opportunity, even though it was for something that they kind of wanted to do just for the grade. And I think in that way, theater heavily contributes to campus life if you are willing to see it or get involved into it. So it's not something you'll see everywhere around, but if you choose to go, you will be impacted by it.
Okay, thank you guys for coming out today. Learned a lot about drama club, and do you guys want to give a shout out to your play that's coming up in a few weeks?
Yes, it's next week, Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. at It's gonna be really great. Just come. It's like it's an hour to 2. It's really, really fun. You should come.
Yes, it is November 21st and 22nd. Please come. You'll laugh, might cry, feel heavily impacted, learn a lot more about Shakespeare.
Yeah. Super awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
So much.
Okay, well, Phoenix podcasters, we'll see you next month with our December episode. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.